This recording was recovered from a demolished CIA black site. What you're about to hear was never meant to leave those walls. A cold, clinical voice begins speaking. Subject resisted standard interrogation. Initiate linguistic protocol Alpha Epsilon. Remember, the goal isn't answers. It's control of the narrative framework itself. The year was 1951 when CIA psychologist Dr. John Gittinger made a discovery that would change interrogation forever. During what appeared to be a routine personality assessment, he noticed something peculiar. Certain phrasing patterns caused subjects to reveal information against their will. This wasn't just about what was being asked, but how the questions were structurally embedded in conversation. If you're still listening, understand this. What follows isn't speculation. These are field-tested psychological operations being used on you daily by everyone from bosses to advertisers. The Moscow rules of conversation. In the shadowy world of Cold War espionage, Soviet and American operatives developed mirror image techniques for controlling dialogues. The KGB called it the Dance of Seven Veils, a gradual stripping away of psychological defenses through conversational pacing. The CIA's version, codenamed Project Chatter, focused on neurological triggers in speech patterns. What they both discovered was terrifying in its simplicity. Human beings don't consciously control most of their conversational responses. They react based on deeply programmed linguistic algorithms. Consider the yes-ladder technique developed by East German Stasi interrogators. By structuring the first 3 questions to elicit agreement, they could increase compliance with subsequent requests by 62%. Modern sales training teaches this as pattern interrupts, but the origins are far darker. Ever walked into a store where the clerk immediately asked, "Beautiful day, isn't it?" followed by, "Those shoes look comfortable, right?" before hitting you with, "Shall I ring that up?" Congratulations, you've experienced watered-down Stasi interrogation tactics. The neuro-linguistic arms race. Declassified documents from MK Ultra's Subproject 128 reveal the CIA identified 7 linguistic pressure points. Pronoun priming. Shifting from you to we creates false affiliation. Temporal displacement. Using past tense to make events feel inevitable. Modal operator control. Would you viz, will you trigger different obedience circuits. Presupposition loading. Embedding assumptions within questions. Kinetic syntax. Matching body language to speech patterns. Semantic stacking. Layering multiple meanings in simple phrases. Paradoxical embedding. Contradictory commands that overload critical thinking. Notice how your breathing just changed. That's your body recognizing these patterns at a primal level before your conscious mind catches up. Case study: the Watergate interrogations. Analysis of the Nixon tapes reveals masterful use of these techniques. When Alexander Butterfield was questioned about the White House tapes, investigators didn't ask, "Is there a recording system?" They used a presupposition-loaded question. How often did you have to maintain the presidential recording system? This single phrasing shift eliminated deniability and forced disclosure. The same tactic appears in everything from police interrogations to first dates. Comment preset below if you've ever been caught by a question like this. I'll analyze your example in our next deep dive. The modern conversation battlefield. Today, these techniques have evolved into more sophisticated forms. Corporate feedback sessions using temporal displacement. When did you stop improving? Political town halls employing paradoxical embedding. I want your honest opinion, but let's keep this positive. Social media algorithms that kinetic syntax match your typing patterns. A 2023 MIT study found that people exposed to modal operator control for just 17 minutes showed measurable changes in neural pathways. The most frightening part, 96% believed they were acting completely of their own free will. This is why you need to keep watching, because in a few minutes, we're going to reveal the counter protocols developed by MI6 to immunize against these tactics. Psychological self-defense. British intelligence developed linguistic antidotes during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Their effectiveness was proven when interrogation resistance increased by 300%. False confession rates dropped to near zero. Operatives could detect manipulation attempts within 8 seconds. The core principles are simple but require practice. The 3-second rule. Always pause before responding to loaded questions. Pronoun flipping. Convert we statements back to you/I clarity. Temporal anchoring. Keep conversations in the explicit present. Syntax mirroring. Repeat convoluted questions verbatim to expose them. Want proof this works? Recall a time someone tried to pressure you. Now imagine responding with just, "Help me understand exactly what you're asking." Feel that shift. That's you regaining frame control. The ultimate test. For the next 72 hours, conduct an experiment. Day 1. Notice presuppositions in questions asked of you. Day 2. Practice the 3-second rule with everyone. Day 3. Mirror back one loaded question verbatim. The results will shock you. When you realize how much attempted manipulation you've been missing, you'll never hear conversations the same way again. If this revelation excites rather than frightens you, hit like right now. You're part of the rare 4% who prefer dangerous truths over comfortable illusions. And subscribe, because next week we expose how these techniques are being weaponized through AI chatbots. Final transmission. As you go about your day, remember the words of CIA interrogation trainer Dr. Martin Seligman. Control the structure of dialogue, and you needn't worry about the content. The most profound revolutions begin not with weapons, but with words. Now that you understand the game, will you be the player or the played? Comment red pill below if you're ready for the next level of conversational mastery. The choice is yours, but choose quickly. The algorithms are always listening.